Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy MKS back here with another video. I hope you're doing well. As it's the 7th today, I was thinking like 7. I was thinking, although I often that religious, but I was thinking 7 as the number of rest, a resting number. So I thought I'd try and have fun today, enjoy myself, and that kind of thing. But I was also hoping I would have a chilled out and relaxing and enjoyable day. But the weather hasn't been too great, and also Celtic were 2-0 up. Cruising. I thought, well, I didn't get to watch the game, but I was listening to the game on commentary from the A.C.S.O.M channel. So please check out A.C.S.O.M Celtic. He does I add the Celtic bit, but A.C.S.O.M he does Celtic related videos. So I hope Celtic fans or people generally will give that channel some love as well as mine and the other Celtic channels as well. I know my channel is not specifically Celtic related, but anyway, it's getting a little bit warmer now. But yeah, so I didn't get. I was going to say I watched the game, but I did listen to the game, and we were 2-0 up. Celtic was 2-0 up against our rivals, and also nearly went 3-0 up. And I thought, I hope we don't lose those missed opportunities. I didn't want to be too complacent, but I thought hopefully really good. It's going to make a really good weekend, and 7 is going to be the lucky or blessed number. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be. And the Rangers got back into the game. And then they scored a couple of goals, and then Celtic scored again, and then they scored right at the end. I was hoping Celtic would score right at the end, but unfortunately they did. And I think we missed a few opportunities from the sound of it. And according to A.C.S.O.M, and I think the channel I'm hoping to react to, which is A Celtic State of Mind, A.C.S.O.M. On that note, I hope A.C.S.O.M appreciates you reacting to their videos, because which I hope to do in the future a bit more of, because hopefully we can help each other to increase each other's viewer and sub count and that kind of thing. If Celtic channels, again, my channel is not specifically Celtic related. I do cover a few different topics, including Italian football as well, and a few other things like empowering people from Africa and Asia and that kind of thing. But I hope that we can support each other and help each other to get more viewers and that kind of thing. So by reacting to his channel, hopefully more people will find out about these channels. Well, I say his channel, in this case it's a few people running it, but I hope they enjoy my reaction and appreciate it. But I just hope to have fun reacting to it in a way. Although, as I say, it's quite disappointing. We were 2-0 up, and in the end, at least we drew the game. I think we almost drew it away at point. So apparently, there were some dodgy decisions in the Rangers' favour, which made me think, according to some, like anyone but Celtic, they say, the Rangers get unfair deals, unfair decisions. And I'm trying to be as fair as possible, so I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. I suppose obviously the Rangers fans would laugh at us for saying that, but or do laugh at us for saying that. But I do wonder if they get favourable decisions. So I think it would be interesting if they had an investigation. I suppose it's quite ironic the top I'm wearing, but in Italy there was the Calciopoli scandal. Unfortunately, Juventus were found guilty of bribing officials, which is something I hope Juventus will learn from. And I suppose rather fairly, even as a fan of Italian football, if I'm going to be fair about it, they got demoted and got penalised for such, which I suppose they deserved. If I'm honest, I hope they'll learn from it and learn from any mistakes they make, and ensure they stay on the right side of the law and work with FIFA and UEFA. And possibly, I think it'd be quite ironic if teams like Juventus actually, and Italian football generally, tackled corruption. But I was thinking it'd be quite interesting if Scottish football had its own investigation and was found guilty of like a Calciopoli scandal, and if the Rangers were found guilty, I suppose to be fair, if either team is found guilty or any team is found guilty of match fixing or unfair decisions, basically with referees and that kind of thing, they should be penalised. But I thought it'd be interesting if the Rangers were actually found guilty and were demoted, and what happened to Juventus happened to them. I think that'd be quite interesting. If there was it would be worth it if there was an independent investigation. I think it's important if it's independent, because if it's favourable to one side, or if it's done in Scotland itself, it's probably not going to be done as fairly as possible unless it's obviously an independent investigation at those decisions. And I suppose it would have to be someone who knows about, or some group who knows about football as well, and can look into like the legal sort of thing. But yeah, I'd love to know what other fans think of that, and including non-Celtic fans as well. But I suppose some fans probably won't be very nice about it. But another thing I was thinking, like today, because it's a resting day, although I because it's the 7th, I think of it as like a resting number, and I want to chill out and all that kind of thing. But I've got a few different ideas. I wanted to cover like why I wish to support, support and strive to support Singapore, Malaysia, India, Indonesia, and Singapore, and things like that, which I often talk about. I want to talk about why I love them and why I wish to support them, and that kind of thing. Not sure if I'll get around to that one today or not. I'm hoping to play with the cats as well, because I think it'd be good if they had some company. Because normally they just stay in one room, so I don't always let them out because they can cause mischief, they cause havoc, and the one that's a bit bigger fights the others. But anyway, I know I'm going a bit off topic, but yeah, I thought of covering a few different videos on Celtic. Now I think because I don't get to watch the games themselves live, unfortunately, very often, if ever. I don't really have the money to go to the bar, and I don't have it on the TV because I don't have that channel or whatever. I thought I'd react to channels like A.C.S.O.M, Celtic Mind, Caucasian, Ryan 118, and other Celtic channels, and possibly the Celtic official channel itself as well, as often as possible, as often as I get the opportunity, like this room. If I get it to myself, because I don't live alone, I had to wait till I get the room to myself. But yeah, I'm hoping to react to those videos and their reaction to the game, so that, because obviously, as I say, I don't get to watch many of the games, if any, really, myself. So another thing is, I was thinking on that note, what if the Celtic official YouTube channel had its own sort of match commentary, even if they're not able to show the game for copyright reasons or whatever, licensing reasons or whatever? What if they had a commentary on the game, just like other channels do? I don't know if they're able to do that, but if they are, I think that'd be a cool way to pull people into the channel and give them more views as well. But anyway, I'm going to roll the clip. I know I've been waffling, so please forgive me for that. But nice live story and all that. But yeah, I hope you're having a great time wherever you are. As I say, my day was ruined a little bit because Celtic didn't manage to get the win. I think that would have been awesome. I think that would have put us 1 foot in to winning the league again. But it's a close one. I think it's 50-50. From a neutral's point of view, I think it's quite interesting. In fact, I think Rangers are probably slight favourites, probably 55 or 60% for us. Like, would be about, try to do some maths, say 45 or something like that, 40, 45% or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to roll the clip, and I'd love to know what you think, as ever. I hope you won't be too harsh, but here it goes. When I saw this channel on my big screen TV, I thought I would react to it, but I forgot that it's actually just after the game, so it's kind of like live commentary. But I'm hoping, if I get the chance, as soon as possible, if not today, as soon as possible, to react to their commentary, like after the game. Like so, obviously this is kind of slightly after the game, but it's a reaction to the final whistle. But it's kind of still live at the moment. But I'm hoping to react to the one that once they've recorded it, if that makes sense. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. And I'm also, as I say, hoping to react to Ryan 118. Another thing is, I'm hoping to connect any Celtic fans out there. There's a message for any Celtic fans. I'm thinking of the idea of, just like I talked about with other groups like Eurasians or whatever on this channel, I'm hoping to make different Zoom groups. I suppose there's only 24 hours in a day. There's only so much time and all that, but I'm hoping to make different Zoom groups. For instance, in this case, a Celtic Zoom group, where we discuss things about Celtic, and maybe even the club itself, and those who run the club could find a way to connect with the fans through Zoom. Obviously, I mean, one thing they could argue is they want to do so in a safe environment. So Zoom could be a good way to connect with Celtic fans all over the world and like put their message. I know that kind of already happens, I think, but maybe like giving more opportunities to fans from all around the world who don't normally get their say to ask the club questions.
Unbelievable game. They went backwards and forwards. Rangers a second half. Pulled it right back to the Celtic. Get their most in the front. And then they lose that. It was an incredible game of football. You've got to look at it. That was difficult. game today, there was everything. There was one team dominating the first half, and then the other team coming back and talking about the second. There was some incredible goals, and yeah, you have to hold your hands up to say Matongo's finish at the end was simply stunning. Which he could have done it right enough. They could have stopped him. It was a fantastic goal. The game itself was just, it was electric. That's it.
If anyone watched the game as well, I'd love to know what you think. And also, yeah, especially from a neutral's point of view, because obviously Celtic and Rangers fans are going to be biased either way. But some might be a bit more fair than others, but some are probably just, most of us are going to have some sort of bias. But perhaps I try and be as fair as possible. So if I did react to it, I hope I'd react as fairly as possible, including to like decisions by the referees or whatever. But I'd love to know from neutral fans, do you think Celtic fans are complaining about decisions unfairly, or do you think it is, if you watch the game, I'd love for non-Celtic fans maybe to review the game and see decisions and see whether you felt Celtic were, or feel that Celtic were hard done by or not, or even the other way around, to be fair, to be as fair as possible. But I'd love to know, as I say, from people who actually went to, well, not necessarily went to the game, but watched the game, or if you watch the game back, I'd love to know whether you think the decisions were fair, or again, whether you think one side, either way, trying to be as fair as possible, put my neutral hat on. Do you think either side was unfairly, or do you think the officiating was fair and Celtic fans are complaining about nothing, or just feeling like victims or whatever? But yeah, so I'd love to know from neutral fans from all sorts of different Scottish teams, or football fans generally, obviously those who know about football, or even anyone who wants to comment as ever. But another thing is, what was it? I wouldn't want, that's what I was going to say, I wouldn't want Celtic to win by unfavourable decisions. By the way, I know I do put reacting in speech marks, or reactions to in speech marks, so I don't always react to them in the way other channels might, but I'm pausing it quite a lot, and I'm probably not going to watch the whole thing, but in fact I'm almost certainly not going to watch the whole thing. So please do check out this channel, A.C.S.O.M, and also Kakazian and Ryan118 and other Celtic related channels, if you'd be so kind. Maybe even tell them I sent you there.
As you can tell, I'm still struggling to catch breath after the section. It was an incredible game, and you can't help but come away from it with a sense of disappointment, because we had that 2-goal lead. Sure, we'll talk about it, but it's the way that we lose that lead is crap, which is a major function of the game. But positives from that as well, after losing the lead, we did show major strength in act when we come back. It looked like Ian had written himself in the goal with a winning goal when he's Glasgow Derby debut. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be, but it means that
As I say, please do check out this channel, because I know I sometimes pause it and sometimes I even mute it or whatnot. So please do check out so you can hear the original commentary and check out as many of their videos as possible. I think it's a really cool channel. But what was I going to say? One reason why I'd love for Celtic to beat Rangers is a lot of their fans, a lot of the Rangers fans, were really racist to the Japanese players who play for us, like Kyogo, and in the past Nakamura and people like that. And that's one of the reasons why I think people from the Far East should support Celtic, which I'd love to get around to those sorts of videos. I'm thinking because the number 7 also reminds me of Celtic. I think it's because it's like Celtic, the start of Celtic, although it's CE, it has that sound. Celtic 7, it reminds me of 7 for some reason. It reminds me of the number 7, although it has 6 letters in it. But yeah, when I think of the Italian football, I think of either number 6 or 7 for some reason. But yeah, the Rangers fans were quite racist to some of our players, like saying that they eat dogs because they're from the, like they say Nakamura ate my dog, and they say Kyogo ate my dog and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons why I'd love to see Japanese players like Kyogo and our other players scoring against them, because it's a good way to show up those racists. Perhaps, I mean, I suppose really some of the reasons why they sing those songs are because they know they're good players and they're probably disappointed that they score against them. So I suppose it wouldn't really shut them up, but well, maybe not, but or shut them up for a while maybe. But it would be a good way to stick 2 fingers up to the racists who say stuff about our Japanese players and that kind of thing, and people from the Far East generally. I suppose they're stereotyping that people from the Far East eat dogs and things like that. So it would be good. players like Yogo scoring more against him. And he's already scored a few, but I'd love to see him score a hat trick, even if for no other reason than that, really. And also, as an anti-imperialist, I would say, like I support Celtic, as someone who's an anti-imperialist. And I'd love for people from Malaysia, India, Indonesia, Singapore, China, Japan, and all over Asia, as well as all around the world, to support Celtic, especially anti-imperialists, I suppose. And also for the club to have supporters clubs and academies in those countries, and maybe even develop more players from China, India, Japan, and all over Asia as well, and similar for Africa. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. More than planned anyway. But as I say, please do check out, if you made it this far, if you listen to me waffling, I appreciate it. But please do check out, also consider subscribing to this channel if you'd be so kind. But please do check out, as I say, Kazian, A.C.S.O.M, Celtic State of Mind, Ryan 118, and other Celtic related channels. Come on the Hoops, Thoughts on the Hoops, and I think one is Footy Lover. He's a young Celtic fan, football lover or something. But yeah, please look out for those Celtic related channels if you'd be so kind. And I'd love to know what you think. I hope you won't be too harsh. I'd love to know what you think about what you think of A.C.S.O.M, and especially when you check them out, if you haven't already done so. And yeah, I'm going to stop waffling and go and play with my little kittens. I'm out. Peace and love.